Hello everyone, welcome back to IGT, that is Introduction to Graph Theory. This is lecture number 32. In 31, I left here, that is chromatic recurrence. And chromatic recurrence is the, we can use this chromatic recurrence to find the chromatic polynomial for a graph G when key colors are given. Okay, and one more way is that this one by proposition number this one, that is you can partition Vg into R non-empty independent set and then look at the number of partitions, and then if you get the number of partitions of Vg into R non-empty independent sets, then chromatic number will be given by this relation, that is summation of PRG, that is partition of Vg into R independent set, that should be non-empty, into Kr. Okay, and what is this Kr? Kr is the k into k minus 1 and so on up to k minus r plus 1. So this was the formula for chromatic number of G when k colors is given. Okay, so that is the way, number of ways for proper coloring when k colors are given, and one is this one and another was this one. And for a simple graph, if you are given a graph G, then we discuss that chromatic polynomial for this G when k colors is given, then it will be chromatic number of G minus E minus chromatic polynomial of G contracted E, and both should be when k colors are given. Okay, so this we discussed in the last lecture. So a proper coloring of G minus E will be is proper coloring of G if and only if it gives the distinct colors to the endpoints of this edge E, whatever we are removing. Okay, only then it will be the proper coloring for G. Correct. So here number of proper coloring, key coloring of G, this will, or you can just say proper coloring of G when k colors are given. So it can be any coloring, any proper coloring. So it will be chromatic polynomial of G minus A, that is the number of proper coloring in G minus E when k colors are given, and here it will be minus number of proper k coloring of G minus E that have the same color on the U and V vertex on the endpoints of E, and this will become the chromatic polynomial of G contracted E when k colors are given. How this colorings of G minus E having same color on U and V corresponds to the proper coloring. It can be any proper coloring, k proper coloring or any proper coloring, correspond to proper coloring of G dot E, that is contracted E, in which color of contracted edge is the common color of U and V. Okay, we will be just subtracting that. Here we are subtracting that, and here we are just getting G contracted E, and here when we contract E, for example this graph, from this graph we have contracted this edge E. So we got this one, U is this vertex, V is this vertex. So here U and V are we are getting here. So the number of proper coloring for this graph with same this one, that is giving you that is subtracting you from that has been subtracted from this proper coloring of this graph, that is G minus E. Correct. Then you got this one. Correct. And this one is the chromatic polynomial for G dot E, that is contracted E, and that's why this result holds. Okay, I hope you understood. So I just explained again. Yeah, here I have just explained here. So this was G, this was G contracted E minus we are not taking the multiple edges, or you can just say parallel edges we have been discarding, because there is it will be unaffected by the multi edges. So why to take that multi edges? Okay, so here it will be this one. So for any graph, when you will go for finding this chromatic polynomial when k colors are given, you will be using this formula, or you can take any edge, subtract it, that is exclude it, and one graph, take one graph with the contracted edge. Okay, and take the chromatic polynomial for first one minus chromatic polynomial of contracted part. Okay, that is chromatic polynomial of G will be equal to chromatic polynomial of G minus E minus chromatic polynomial of G dot E, where G minus E is G excluded E and G dot E is G contracted E. Okay, and all are when K colors are given. Okay, so here we can discuss this example. So number of proper K coloring, this is number of, so here number of proper K coloring of C4 using chromatic recurrence. So using chromatic recurrence, that is using this formula, we have to find the proper key coloring for C4. Okay, so that is this one. This one is C4. So by using chromatic recurrence, we will be taking some edge E. So this edge E I have just taken. So this one G minus E, that is C4 minus E, we got P4. As we are just subtracting one edge, we will be getting P4, a path. This is a path of order 4, correct? Minus it will be, and one graph will be contracted edge. So if you will contract this edge, then you will be getting this vertex, this endpoints are same, so then it will be becoming the C3, or you can just say K3, correct? So we got P4 and K3. Why I am just writing K3 here? Because we already know chromatic polynomial of Kn, and we know that chromatic polynomial of P4. P4 is a tree, that's why we know this, correct? We have already done this, so you need to remember that. Okay, so P4 is a tree, that's why its chromatic polynomial will be K into K minus 1 raised to power 4 minus 1, that is 3, and this has been done for n case, correct? So chromatic number of Pn, when K color is given, it was K into K minus 1 raised to power n minus 1, when this G is any tree of order n. Okay, and P4 is a tree of order 4, that's why this is happening. And what about K3? But and in Kn, it is given by chromatic polynomial is given by K into K minus 1 into K minus 2 and so on up to K minus n plus 1. So here the same result I am just applying. So these two results earlier we have done. So just put here and here in this formula. By using this formula, we got this one, correct? So just put this equation, this formula and this formula, this result here and here. You will be getting, take some common things. So K and K minus 1 common, K minus 1 square from here, and K minus 2 from here minus, correct? So it will be chromatic polynomial of C4 when K colors are given. It is given by this one, K into K minus 1, and you can solve this one. So you are getting K square minus 3K plus 3. So you can remember for this C4 also. Now you know that for K2, because K2 is a tree, K3, you know C3 is also same as K3. Every path you know, because every path is a tree, and here also C4 you know, correct? So and you can use the chromatic number of C4 to find the chromatic number of C5. There you will be having chromatic number of C5 will be equal to chromatic number of P5 minus chromatic number of C4. So the same way it will be solved. Okay, so that's it. Now come to some exercise based on this one. Exercise number 1, compute the chromatic polynomial of graph given below. So this one, chromatic polynomial of this first graph G, and we need to find chromatic polynomial for H, correct? So for G, first compute this one. So I will be only using this chromatic recurrence, this one. So you can use that formula also, that find first partition of R partition of, or you can just say number of partition into R non-empty subsets, that should be independent subsets, and then you can use that formula, that is summation of PR into KR, where KR is K into K minus 1 and so on up to K minus n plus 1, correct? So this is G we have here. So just take this edge E. Why I am just taking this one, I'll discuss. Okay, now G, it will be, you will be writing G minus E and G dot E. Okay, so G minus E will be, if you remove this edge, you will be getting this one, and this is same as P4. And if you will contract this edge, you will be getting a graph like this, this is a vertex, and the same vertex you got contracted to this one, correct? And this multi-edge we will be discarding, okay, because there is, this will be, chromatic polynomial will be unaffected by this one, correct? So here it is, if you exclude this one, what you are getting, this graph, correct? Or you can just say this graph, this kind of graph. So after removing E and after contracting E, just discarding multiple edges, you are getting P3 and P4. So why I removed this E only, or you can just say any edge from cycle only, because I am just getting a path, and for path, or I am getting a tree, correct? And for tree we already know, so we can use that, okay? So for P4 we have chromatic polynomial is k into k minus 1 raised to power 4 minus 1, that is 3, minus for P3 it is the chromatic polynomial of P3, it will be k into k minus 1 raised to power 3 minus 1, it will be 2, correct? So here according to chromatic recurrence I have just applied this formula, and we got, after solving, k into k minus 1 raised to power 2, this is common, and here it is k minus 1 minus 1, it will be 2, correct? So this is the chromatic polynomial for this graph, okay? And this is a kind of par type, correct? So you can remember this one also, or you can just use this formula to compute whenever you require, okay? Now come to H. So you need to find the chromatic polynomial for H. So you will be again using the chromatic recurrence, and what is that? You will be choosing some edge and subtract that and contract that. So I will be choosing that edge such that I am just getting this one or some simpler graph, okay? So here I have just taken this edge. So if this edge has been taken, so H minus E will be this one, correct? And H contracted E will be looking like, H contracted E will be looking like this one, and this edge is contracted, correct? So this edge got removed and this edge got contracted, correct? So it will be kind of this one, correct? These two edges will be forming the multi edges, correct? So and we can discard one of them. So one of them if we will be discarding, then it will be isomorphic to G, and for G we already know the chromatic polynomial that we have already done, correct? So you can just take this now. So for C5 if you know this, then you can use it directly, otherwise you can further use the chromatic recurrence on this graph, on the first graph H minus E. So it is isomorphic to C5 and it is isomorphic to G. So here I will be using this star equation. Suppose this is the star equation. So I will be using this one to write the chromatic polynomial of H dot E, H contracted E. So for C5 I already discussed the way how to calculate. So C5 minus some H and C5 contracted some S, you will be getting P5 and C4, and this is G, correct? So this is done. Now chromatic polynomial for this one will be equal to chromatic polynomial for this one minus chromatic polynomial for this one minus chromatic polynomial for this one. So here chromatic polynomial for H is equal to chromatic polynomial for P5 minus chromatic polynomial for C4 minus chromatic polynomial for G. And by putting these values for this one, we are getting the answers, okay? So that you can, and for G I have just taken this one, and for P5 and C4 we have already calculated in the last example, and for P5, as P5 is a tree, so it will be k into k minus 1 raised to power 5 minus 1, so it will be 4. So for P5 chromatic polynomial is k minus 1 raised to power 4 into k, correct? And for C5 just now we have done this one. So from here I will be using this one, okay? So here done, correct? I think you will be calculating this one, then just do the calculation part, it will be done. Correct. So then in last we got k into k minus 1 into k minus 2 into k square minus 3k plus 3. Okay. So this is the chromatic polynomial for H, this one, and chromatic polynomial for G is this one. Okay. I hope you got this one. Correct. Now come to question number 2. So here use the chromatic recurrence. Again you have to use the same to obtain the chromatic polynomial for of every tree with n order. Okay. So here for tree we have already done one way, and another way is to use the chromatic recurrence. So here tree of order n given. Correct. So for a chromatic here chromatic polynomial is not given. So and we already know chromatic polynomial for a tree of order n is among when k colors are given, this is k into k minus 1 raised to power n minus 1. Correct. So we got this one. Correct. From I think third proposition or so. Yeah. Now we can use induction on n to get the, and by using chromatic recurrence. Correct. Because if we why I am using induction only, because if we contract some s, we will be getting some reduced vertex. So there it will be helpful. Correct. So for n is equal to 1, we got t n is equal to 1, we have trivial graph, that is k1, and for k1 we know that is there are k choices. Correct. For k1 we already know, and by this formula we got k into k minus 1 raised to power 1 minus 1. So it will be 1, k minus 1 raised to power 0, it will be 1, and into k. So this is true, verified. Correct. Because this was k1, and from this formula also this is coming as k, and for k1 we know that chromatic number is k. So this is verified. So induction hypothesis, IH means induction hypothesis. Suppose that this result is true for every tree of order less than equal to n minus 1. So up to order n minus 1 it is true for every tree. So here I am just applying strong induction, if you know. Okay. Then I will be proving for next order, that is n. So for order n you have some tree of order n. So by using chromatic recurrence, what you will get? So t will be getting into, you can just say getting differentiated, or you can just say this, we will be writing the t as t minus e minus t dot e. So this is, you can write t as t minus e, that is t excluded e, and t contracted e. Correct. And t contracted e will be again a tree. Correct. So whenever you are contracting this, suppose this edge, so if you are contracting this edge, what you will get? These two vertices will be same vertex. So again you are getting the same tree, this one. Correct. But tree you are getting, but order will be n minus 1, because that vertex is getting contracted to this one, middle one. So this is again a tree of order n minus 1. Correct. So in general also it will be t minus t dot e, this is t contracted e, will be a tree of order n minus 1. So here we can use the induction hypothesis. And what about this t minus e? So let's discuss this one. So here t minus e, t minus e as tree is acyclic connected graph, and we are removing one edge, so it will be no more connected, it will be a disconnected graph, and it will be, and as it will be you can just say having two components after removing this one. Correct. So it will be splitted into two components, and then it will be acyclic graph, obviously acyclic because it was acyclic, and we are no more adding the edge, we are just removing the edge. Correct. So we are getting two trees, two acyclic graph. Correct. So it is a forest, t minus e will be a forest of two trees, or you can just say forest of two components. Okay. and where if one tree, this T was having order n, then T minus E will be having order obviously n, because we are just removing an edge, so order will be n. And here T1 and T2 components you can just say, so here if order of T1 is m, then order of T2 will be left as n minus m. Correct? I think this is clear. T minus E will be having two, this is a forest having two components, T1 and T2. So T1 is a tree and T2 is a tree, and we are splitting n into 2. We are no more removing any vertex T minus E, we are just excluding an edge. So here if T1 has some order m, then it will be T2 will be having n minus m, because both are sum of both should be n. Correct? So here I have just explained here. T minus E is a forest of two trees, T1 and T2 of order m, and second one will be n minus m respectively, and T dot E is a tree of n minus 1. So T dot E, that is T contracted E, is a tree of, this is a tree of n minus 1, and this is a forest with two component. One component is having n or m order if, then second component will be having n minus m order. Correct? Now for this one, chromatic polynomial for this one will be chromatic polynomial for this one minus chromatic polynomial for this one. Correct? So that is chromatic polynomial of T will be chromatic polynomial for T minus E minus chromatic polynomial for T contracted with E. Correct? By using chromatic recurrence. So what we got, we need to have some chromatic polynomial for this one and this one. For this one we can use induction hypothesis T dot E. So for T dot E, as T dot E is the tree of order n minus 1, so for a tree of order n minus 1, this hypothesis we have assumed as true. Correct? So for tree of order n minus 1, it will be for tree of order n minus 1, it will be chromatic polynomial will be k into k minus 1 raised to power n minus 1 minus 1. So it will be becoming as n minus 2, and here I have just written this one, equation number 1, and this is coming from hypothesis. Correct? So this is done. Now come to T minus E. Now T minus E is containing two components, T1 and T2. T1 and T2. Correct? So if k colors are given, so for proper coloring, the number of ways, this one into this one, because we have to color this one as well as this one. So it will be chromatic polynomial of T1 when k colors are given, and chromatic polynomial of T2. Okay, when k colors are given. So this will be the product of this one. Okay, so here chromatic polynomial of T minus E, that is the forest, or you can just say this excluded E, the tree excluded E, we are getting the product of two chromatic polynomial where the T1 and T2 are the component of T minus E. Correct? So here T1 is again a tree, because this is a component of forest. T2 is again a tree, and with order m and n minus 1, n minus m respectively. So for a tree with n minus m, by induction hypothesis we can just say for a tree of order m is strictly less than n. Correct? So we can use induction hypothesis to get the chromatic polynomial for this one for T1 of order m. So it will be k into k minus 1 raised to power m minus 1 into k minus 1 raised to power second order will be n minus 1 minus 1. Correct? So it is getting this one. So just multiply it. After multiplying we are getting k into k, that is k square, and k minus 1 raised to power this plus this, base same, so power will be added, so it will be getting as n minus 2. So here chromatic polynomial for T minus E will be equal to this one given by equation number 2, and chromatic polynomial for T dot E is given by equation number 1. So just put in this equation by chromatic recurrence. We have this one, chromatic number for the main T, tree of order n. So here if you will be getting from from this equation, from this equation 2 and from equation 1, just put this one and you are getting this one, and after multiplying you are getting k into k minus 1 raised to power n minus 1, and here is the result. Correct? So I think understood. So this was induction on M, and by using chromatic recurrence. Again and again we are just trying to get a tree with order less than n, so that we can use the induction hypothesis. Okay. Now question number 4, tree is not there. Part A, prove that chromatic polynomial for Cn when k colors are given is equal to k minus 1 raised to power n plus minus 1 raised to power n into k minus 1. Okay. So again we can use the induction on M and chromatic recurrence as we have done here. Correct? So for Cn, n starts with at least 3. So n is equal to 3, you have C3, and C3, for C3 if you put C3 here, you are getting n is equal to 3 here, you are getting k minus 1 raised to power 3 plus minus 1 raised to power 3, that will be minus, and k minus 1. So this one you are getting. Correct? And for C3 is also isomorphic to K3, and for K3 we know that chromatic polynomial will be k into k minus 1 into k minus 2. So this you can also write this as k minus 1 raised to power 3 minus k minus 1. Okay, that you can check. This will be equal to this one only. Okay, so here we verified. This is by putting this value, and this is by because C3 is isomorphic to K3, and we know already the chromatic polynomial for K3. Correct? So next is, this was the induction base case. Now induction step, induction hypothesis. Assume this formula holds for every cycle for order up to n minus 1, and we will be proving for n, order n. Okay. So we have assumed that this formula is true for all cycles of order n minus 1 up to order n minus 1. Okay. So for Cn, chromatic polynomial for Cn, this is proving case when k colors are given. So it will be by chromatic recurrence, you can just say chromatic polynomial of Cn minus E, that will be same as Pn, because we are just removing one edge. So it will be Pn and plus it will be minus. Correct? So it will be splitted into this one, and for chromatic number it will be becoming minus. Correct? So here if you contact one edge, then one edge will be shrink to just one vertex. So you are getting Cn minus 1. Chromatic number of chromatic polynomial for Cn minus 1 when k colors are given, and this one. Correct? And for Cn minus 1 you can use the induction hypothesis, and for Pn you already know. So you can use these formulas to put this one. Okay. So here I have just written chromatic polynomial for Cn, it will be equal to chromatic polynomial of Cn minus E from minus chromatic polynomial of Cn dot E. Okay. So Cn minus E is isomorphic to Pn. This is isomorphic to Pn only. Okay, this is the open path of order n, and Cn dot E, when it is one as get contracted, so it will be isomorphic to Cn minus 1. So here I have just written it. Correct? So I can zoom it if you want. So here I have just explained it. Okay. Now by induction hypothesis, we know that up to order n minus 1, the result is true. So for result is true, so just put in this result here n is equal to n minus 1, and you will be getting chromatic polynomial for Cn minus 1. So here after putting this n minus 1, k minus 1 raised to power n minus 1 plus minus 1 raised to power, it was it was n, so it will be n minus 1 and k minus 1. And also we know that Pn is tree, so for Pn, chromatic polynomial for Pn, it will be k into k minus 1 raised to power n minus 1. So here it will be by chromatic recurrence, we got this one. So here just put these values, this one and this one, you got this expression. From here you can solve this one. I got this one. Correct? K minus 1, just take a minus inside, you are getting this one. Correct? From here, if you will solve, or you can just take this common, or nothing is common, k minus 1 raised to power n minus 1 and k minus 1. Correct? So here from here to here you are just taking common k minus 1 raised to power n minus 1 out, then inside it will be from these two terms. So inside it will be k minus 1. So here we got, correct? Then minus 1 raised to power n minus 1, and this is same. So from here you got k minus 1 raised to power n minus 1 into k minus 1. So base same, power will be added, here power is 1. So n minus 1 plus 1, it will be giving you n, and here minus 1 minus 1. So it will be minus 1 raised to power n, correct? Power base same, power will be added. So here into this one, and that's the result we wanted, correct? So here we got the result by using induction hypothesis, correct, and chromatic recurrence. So this is the result. So you can remember now. So what else you can remember? Chromatic number for Kn. Chromatic number, this is chromatic polynomial for Kn when and k is at least n. Chromatic polynomial for Kn complement. Chromatic polynomial for Pn, or you can just say a tree. Obviously Pn you need to remember. And chromatic polynomial for Cn, that is given by this one, correct? And for every tree, chromatic polynomial for every tree of order n, this is also done. So these chromatic polynomial, whenever you need, you can apply in case of chromatic recurrence, okay? Yeah, this was done. Now come to part B of last question. So here it is given H is the join of G and K1. So G is some graph, and this is H is the join of G and K1. So let me use the same color only. Yeah. H is given as join of G with K1. Okay. K1 is the trivial graph, just one vertex. Prove that chromatic number of H when K colors are given is equal to K into chromatic number of G when K minus 1 colors are given. This we need to prove. So for this one we have K choices, and the rest term we need to prove, correct? And by using this, and from part A result, that is this result, and by using this result, you need to find the chromatic number for this one, correct? That is chromatic number for Cn join with K1, and when K colors are given. Obviously you can use this if you prove this part, correct? Now G is a graph join with K1. How to get join of two graphs? So there is some graph, every vertex of this one will be adjacent with the all the vertices of H, or you can just say here K. So then we will be getting the join of this one, correct? So all the vertices, join will be containing G as well as this K1, and all the vertices of G will be adjacent with K1. So that will be the join of G and K1, correct? So suppose this X, we are just getting this G graph, and this vertex X we are having, okay? This is K1, correct? So the vertex name is X. So here some UVW, okay? So all the vertices are adjacent with X. Now we have K colors. So among K colors, it has the K choices, correct? So X has K choices, correct? Here K choices are there. So among K colors, correct? And what about this G? The vertices of G has how many choices? That will be depending on this vertex only, because this is adjacent with all the vertices of G. So one color, so suppose we have just put one color on this X, the vertex X, then how many color left out of K? So this was having K choices. So how many colors are left? K minus 1. K minus 1 colors, or you can just say choice, are left. We can choose from K minus 1 for G, correct? So for graph G, we can choose out of this one. And the way to color G among out of K minus 1 colors is given by chromatic polynomial of G when K minus 1 colors are given. So this is this vertex, we need to color this vertex as well as this G graph, all the vertices of G. So we need to take the multiplication of this one. This will be giving you total proper coloring for this join, okay? So here I have just explained whatever I am just telling you. So in H, this will be the kind of H. So here this is H, and this X is K1. So in H, the vertex X is adjacent to all the vertices of G. Obviously it is the join of G and K1, G and X, you can just say X is the vertex of K1. So it will be adjacent with all the vertices of G. So the color used on X is distinct from all other vertices of G. So whatever the color we are using on X, we can't use on any vertex of G, because this is adjacent to all other vertices, correct? So there are K ways. So out of K, there are K ways to color X, correct? There are K ways to color X, and how many ways to color G? So there are chromatic polynomial of G when K minus 1, because 1 is already being covered, so we can't use this one. So left is K minus 1. So out of K minus 1, we need to color G. So that can be done in chromatic polynomial of G among when K minus 1 colors are given. So we have, this is adjacency, this total H. So we need to color total H. So here for all proper coloring, or you can just say for the proper coloring of H, we need to color this one as well as this one. So by product rule, we are just getting K into chromatic polynomial of G when K minus 1 colors are given, correct? So this is done. So this part is done. Now you need to use this part, this result, and result of this one, the from part A, result of part A, to compute the chromatic polynomial of Cn join K1, correct? So and this is also Cn, when Cn join with K1, this is also known as wheel, okay? So Cn will be looking like cycle of order n, correct? So kind of this one, and join with K1, it will be looking like wheel. That's why it is also called as wheel. So if someone asks you that what is the chromatic number of chromatic polynomial for wheel, then you can give this expression, correct? So here chromatic polynomial for Cn join with K1, it will be by this result, it will be K into chromatic polynomial for G is Cn here, correct? So here chromatic polynomial for Cn when K minus 1 colors are given, correct? So here K minus 1, so it is K into, so what can you say about this one? So you can use the first the output of first part, so that will be K minus 1 raised to power n plus minus 1 raised to power n K minus 1, correct? So that will be given by this one. Just why this is K minus 1, because K minus 1 colors are given, and earlier it was in part A, it was given as K colors. That's why we need to replace K with K minus 1 and we will be getting the result, correct? So here just replace this K with K minus 1, you will be getting K minus 2 raised to power n here, and minus 1 raised to power n K minus 2. So just use that K into K minus 2 raised to power n plus minus 1 raised to power n K minus 2. So here you got the chromatic polynomial for Cn joined with K1, correct? So this one we got, okay? So if you want, I can zoom it. So this one I have already explained, okay? So this one, so it was chromatic polynomial for this one is coming as for wheel, or you can just say for this one is coming as K into K minus 2 raised to power n plus minus 1 raised to power n K minus 2, okay? So if you want, you can remember it, otherwise you can calculate it by using this result, okay? So whenever you are given join of two graph, join of any graph with K1, then you can use K into, because K colors for K1 and the rest polynomial when K minus 1 colors are given, because in join all vertices gets adjacent with this one vertex. That's why we are having K minus 1 choices left, correct? So I think this chapter 3 is completed now. So I hope you liked it. So chapter 6 I'll be discussing tomorrow. So till then, bye bye, take care.